All right, guys, the Meta Ray-Ban displays have been released for 2 days now. We're starting to get some feedback, and I think it's a dumpster fire. So, from starting at the beginning, I think the precursor to this was the Meta Connect 2025. They had 3 live demos fail. The first one was where they did the live AI and they accidentally DDoSed themselves. The second was when they did the video call and Mark couldn't answer the call. And then there was something weird that happened at the end where he said, we're doing one last live demo. He went out to do the run with the celebrities and he kept checking his glasses and passing it around. People were trying to figure out, and then they just went for the run and there was no demo. So that, I think, kind of started off how this launch goes. So then they say, in order to purchase the display glasses, you have to set up a demo. So they had a few sites spread out through the United States where you could go do a 20-minute demo. They're going to fit you for the neural band. You'll get to, test each size of the glasses to make sure that you order what's correct. They filled up really, really quick. Like, people who didn't reserve the spot for their demo right away ended up not getting one for weeks after release. Then, out of nowhere, the night before, Meta sneakily sort of announces that, well, yeah, you can buy them without doing the demo. So all these people who set up the demos did everything the correct way. They get to the Best Buys or the Lens Crafters, and there's 2 to 3 hour waits in line. And by the time they do their demo, they're completely sold out because people were just walking up, guessing what size neural band and what size glasses they should get, and just went ahead and purchased them there. So stock for most people who did the demos was completely gone before they even got in there. That's absolutely horrible. And for a major technology company, I still can't believe that they would do something like that. There was no transparency. They just really need to do better in the future, in my opinion. So after all of that happens, right, then people on Reddit and X start talking that, hey, it turns out now we can go to non-demo sites and purchase there. So the whole key is you go on the Best Buy website and you get the SKU number, then you go to your local Best Buy, even the ones that weren't one of the demo sites, and for half of the times that you try, you can find somebody who can actually order it for you. For the last 8 hours or so, most people who have been trying have not been able to buy them outside of the demo sites. You can still buy them at the demo sites, but not outside at your local ones for most of us. So honestly, I don't know what's going on, what they're thinking, what they're doing, but it's just a total disaster. It's like they had so many months to prepare for this rollout of the glasses, and it has been completely mismanaged. And I just am beside myself that for $800, there's just nothing but chaos for people who are trying to get these glasses. And this isn't even the worst part. So I've been watching a lot of I've had my Meta display glasses for 24 hours, type reviews. You can read a whole bunch on Reddit. They're all over X. There's some YouTube videos out there. And the first thing I notice is people are hating the way that they look. So if you take a look here, you can see his eyebrows through the lens of the glass. Now, for a pair of glasses that correctly fits, your eyebrows should either be slightly above or covered by the top rim of your glasses. And then also with this guy, you can see their eyebrows in the lenses. These frames are pretty dang big. Now, in all honesty, I think they ordered the wrong size. I think these two guys got larges, but they would be much better suited for a standard. Because if you look at these other guys, they look pretty normal with them. Like, they're not great looking glasses, but they're not terrible. And unfortunately, for the guys where it looks like they're not fitting them correctly, they really look feminine. Like, you know, those really big glasses that are really popular in women's style? That's how it looks on them. And then I saw on social media a lot of people saying that they looked like, I think her name was Tina from Bob's Burgers. And I don't disagree, but it's just really unfortunate. So it looks like there's going to be a good chunk of us who just look absolutely terrible in these. And I really hope I'm not one of them. Uh, but we'll see. I'm going to be getting them either way. I just really hope that it's not that bad. And I think if those other guys got it in the correct size, I think they would look perfectly good in them. So other reports are coming out. Now, one person, they did a 24-hour video of them 24 hours after they started using it. The display quit working 3 times and they had to reset their glasses. Another person, their neural band would just disconnect and it loosens. So it would be up on the top of his wrist, but then it would slide down. He said he had it fitted and everything was supposed to stay where it is, but it keeps sliding down. And if he tightens it anymore, it's like uncomfortably tight. But what happens is you then have to reconnect everything back up to your phone and your glasses, and then you have to calibrate the band. So you're looking at 5-10 minutes of work every single time this happens. And if you're out and about on the go and that happens, you might not have that 10 minutes to reconnect it. And then you're stuck having to use, the swipe and the voice to control your glasses, which I think is completely fine. But if the wristband is as amazing as a lot of people are saying, then that's really, really unfortunate. So other than that, a lot of people are reporting that they're getting seasick wearing the glasses. So the display is just on the right side. It's called a monocular display. And if you take your hand and you bring it really, really close to your face, and then you look at your hand, your right eye can see your hand, but your left eye can't really see it. So your hand becomes almost transparent, but it's a really weird look and it's slightly uncomfortable and disorienting. Well, people are finding that as they're reading messages or doing anything with the display, they're starting to feel that way and it's starting to look funny to them. They're getting nauseous. That I'm completely surprised about. I've used AR before and I've never had an issue. I've had issues in VR, but I would figure that it would be completely different just using AR. Apparently that's not the case and I was completely wrong. So just a heads up to people who are looking to get it, if you easily get nauseous from things like virtual reality, this might cause an issue. Obviously try it out first, see if that's the case for you. But that's really, really a bummer. Some other issues that people are coming up with. So when you put the glasses in the case, you fold it open, right? And then you push the lenses of the glass up against this firm flat part and you slide it down into the connectors so that you can charge the glasses. And everybody's saying that there's no way this goes for 6 months without scratching the lenses just by charging. So that's a bit concerning. I haven't tested this myself, so I don't know how firm it is and if it's really something people should be concerned about. A lot of people are getting these glasses who don't typically wear glasses, so they may not understand the durability of lenses. But it might very well be an issue. We don't quite know yet. I'm sure once it's been out for long enough, we'll start hearing reports of scratches if that is the case. And then another thing that I'm reading is that when people are charging the neural band, it makes a high-pitched buzzing noise. That's not good. And hopefully a lot of this stuff is going to be able to be fixed with some software or firmware updates. A lot of glitches. People are finding that just like in the MetaConnect demo, they're not able to answer calls. They're finding that a lot of the UI elements, like when you bring up app drawer where you have like 6 apps that are there, that with the UI, they kind of combine into one and it's just glitched out and they have to restart their glasses. Another thing that I'm hearing a lot about is the battery life. So one user did a 50-minute WhatsApp call. So it was video and audio. In 50 minutes, it went from 100% to less than 10. And they said about every 10 minutes or so of listening to just Spotify from their phone into the glasses, they lose about 3% battery. So it's not seeming like the battery's going to last much longer than the Gen 1 Ray-Bans. But people are saying that if you really don't use a lot of the features much, you can actually get all-day battery use. So we'll see how it goes. Once more people start, doing more testing, digging more into it, we'll find out more. But this is just, it's only been out 48 hours. And these are just user reports that I've found on social media. Most of them aren't that great. A lot of people not digging the looks of them. And I'm still going to get them. I am a big smart glasses fan. I really enjoy using them. I use them all the time. And I'm excited to have that display in there. So let me know what you guys think. If you've heard anything that contradicts what I'm saying, let me know. I'm just really hoping that this rollout goes good. I really want this to be a successful launch because the more units that get sold, the more that the competitors are going to want to compete against these glasses, which means we're going to get better iterations from both Meta and other manufacturers. So I'm super hyped that this goes better than what it looks like. It just right now seems like they're really getting crapped on for the first 48 hours. But other than that, I'll keep everybody updated on different things that I find. Hope everybody has an awesome week. Catch you next time.